The laser wavered for a fraction of a second before locking dead center between his thick, furrowed eyebrows. He blinked, and in that tiny instant, the cocky grin that had defined him disappeared. Behind him, her hand trembled, barely visible, but it was enough for me to notice. They always shake like that when they're unsure whose side they really belong to. He stood there, chest inflated, veins standing out as if proving strength alone could command respect. Every movement screamed arrogance, like a high school jock playing a role he had perfected over the years. She lingered just behind him, as if hiding behind sheer muscle could shield her from what was coming, a futile gesture. Brute force doesn't save anyone from a bullet traveling across 1,000 yards. Walk away, he growled, each breath heavy, chest heaving like a predator claiming its territory. Before I break your neck. I let a small, cold smile curve my lips. 12 years of training, 9 confirmed kills, and 5 more that never made it to the books. The bodies were gone, traces erased, because I never missed. And that's the truth about men like him. Big muscles and loud mouths don't make them invincible. Especially when they aren't the real target. 3 weeks ago, I heard it. Her whispering another man's name in the dark of night. Soft, breathless, unmistakable. I didn't react. I stayed frozen, staring at the ceiling, letting the silence weigh on me, heavy as ash after a fire. Morning came. She kissed me like nothing had occurred. Coffee, idle conversation. Then her phone buzzed on the counter. Who's that? I asked lightly. She froze mid-sip. Coworker, she said, sharp and clipped. The lie was too fast, too clean. I nodded, expression serene. Betrayal doesn't strike like a lightning bolt. It creeps in silently, a fuse burning unseen. She had no idea the fire had already ignited. I moved through my days as I used to through enemy territory. Quiet, calculating, invisible. The evidence stacked quietly. GPS tracking showed she wasn't at work, parked at a high-rise across town for hours. Same unit, different days. Cameron lived there. A quick background check. Cameron Reed. Amateur bodybuilder. Assault charges dismissed. Not her type, at least, not anymore. Then a toothbrush in her gym bag that wasn't hers, cologne I didn't recognize. Still I said nothing. Silence, quiet observation, is a weapon more lethal than rage. The envelope arrived precisely at 14:37 on a Thursday. I knew what it contained before I even opened it. A DNA report, our names Cameron Reed, and the prenatal record. 6 weeks pregnant. 9 months since we last touched. I remembered the last time she had looked at me, guilt shadowing her features. She turned off the lights like hiding secrets could erase them. That night I waited. Dinner ready, her favorite wine poured. When I handed her the envelope, I watched her scan the pages, her expression unraveling. Mouth opened, then closed again, tears spilling freely. I stayed silent. She begged. Claimed confusion, a mistake. Mistake. A word so small for a betrayal so vast. And here we are now, back to the hulking figure with his mouth too big for his skull and her shrinking behind him. Unsure who to fear more. You don't scare me, he spat, trying to mask his shock. You're just. The laser twitched, cutting him off. Silence. See that? I said, voice low, measured, lethal. That's not a threat. That's insurance. His eyes flicked upward, catching the glint of the rifle mounted across the street. She didn't tell you, did she? I continued, stepping closer, calm but cold. She's carrying your child. That's why she kept pretending it was mine. Her face drained of color. I didn't come to fight, I added. I just wanted to make sure you knew what you were dealing with. They vanished after that. I turned to her, voice firm. Don't call. Don't follow. The next time I see either of you, it won't be a conversation. I walked away, leaving a silence so thick it pressed against the walls. Some betrayals are clean cuts. Others leave wounds unseen, bleeding quietly. I learned long ago to seal them without stitches. No questions. No need for answers. Just accept what was never meant to be. I am a weapon. She reminded me what that meant. Weapons don't cry, they don't plead, they don't regret the action. They make sure they never miss. And I never do.